Hey, welcome. My name is Derek Jones. I want to thank you for joining me in the second of three-part video training series. The first video, of course, covered the connection of your Rocket Responder account with Facebook. This second series is going to actually talk about how to configure your Rocket Responder system. And then the third training video will cover how to get the approval from Facebook so you can go live. So the first thing I want to do is I want to make sure everybody's on the same place, and I want to make sure you're at the dashboard. So assuming your screen looks like or similar to the one I have, you've got your dashboard area with your Facebook user list, the ones that were active, the projects, membership, and your menu system on the left. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to projects and select projects. And then you're going to select the project you were working on, or the one that you configured in the first video training. You're going to select that project, and you're going to look for actions, and then you're going to go to responses. Now, I want you to go to the upper right corner, select action, select add response, and we're going to stop there and we're going to have a little discussion. So, what are we looking for? What I want you to do is I want you to think about your customer. And I want you to think about your business. When your customer comes to interact with you through Messenger about your page, what are they going to be asking? First off, they might be casual to begin with and say, hello, how you doing? What's going on? You want to go to dinner? Whatever it might be. The second thing they might do is they might be asking you about your products and services. They might be asking about support. They might be asking, do you have, can you show me what something looks like? So you need to be thinking about how your customer interacts with you today, or how you envision them interacting, or how you want them to interact, and then you're going to build your solution set around that. Now, there are two basic fundamental response types. There's contains and equals. And they're fundamentally different. The one that you're going to be using the most is contains, but equals does have its very specific purpose. So let's talk about these two. So contains. Customer comes in and they make some sort of statement. They say, hello, how you doing? In the case where it uses contains, then all I'm looking for, all the system is looking for, is that the words in the text, that they are contained, that there's some match, not an exact match. Equals is looking for an exact match. Now, how would you separate these two? How would you use these in a practical sense? Let's talk about equals. Let's say, for example, that you've got a promotion that you want to run. If I take equals and I put in here something like a voucher 312, and then through some other promotional program I deliver to the customer, I say, look, if you use voucher 312 in your messaging window, then you will get a link to a free product or a free voucher or whatever it might be. And so here we're looking for that exact match. On the other hand, if we're just looking to interact with the customer, we're typically going to use contains. So let's build some contains. So the customer comes in and says, hello, how are you? And we're going to save. Now at this point, we can give some, we're going to skip this first section, I'm going to come back to it, and we're going to come down to our response. So we're going to give one of three kinds of responses. And if you remember from the first video, or from the sales video, I know for sure there's three types of responses. There's text, there's image, and there's structured message. So we're going to give a text response right now, and we're going to add a text response message, and we're going to say, hello, nice to hear from you. Okay. Now, if I were to save that and have that as the only response, when anybody comes and says, hello, how are you? Then what you're going to hear is this. Hello, nice to hear from you. Hello, nice to hear from you. Hello, nice to hear from you. Hello, nice to hear. It's going to become robotic. It's going to become expected. That's all they're going to hear. So what we want to do is we want to make this as natural as possible. So we want to randomize the response. So the way we do that is we allow you to create multiple responses for any input. So the next response, we're going to create another text response, and we'll say something like, hey, nice to hear from you. Or, nice to hear from you. It can be just slightly different, doesn't matter. All right. And I could do a third one. I could say something like, howdy. Thanks for stopping by. Okay. So there's 3 different text responses, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to randomize those responses to the single input of hello, how are you? And I'm going to save that. So now I have contains any one of these words, and when the system hears any one of those words, it's going to respond back, hello, nice to hear from you, hey, nice to hear from you, or howdy, thanks for stopping by. Now we're going to put in another one. Let's try, we're going to add new, and we're going to say something like, what do you do here? Okay, and I'm going to save and continue, and I'm going to randomize, and I'm going to come down here, and the first one's going to be a text message, and I'm going to say, we provide, and remember this is I'm doing this now as a service to a computer company, so I'm going to say something like, we provide products, services, and support for the business community related to their IT needs, something like that. Okay. Now, did you catch what I just said? I'm doing this as a service for a computer company, but I'm not a computer company. So my point is that your system can be used if you've got the basic 10 system, or you've got a lifetime system. You can use this and you can configure this not only to serve your customers, but you can use this to service other customers as well, or support different kinds of businesses. Maybe you have more than one business. You don't have to get individual systems, and you don't have to get multiple connections with Facebook. You can get one connection, but you can do this so that it's actually configured with different responses. So here what we're going to do is we're going to, again, as I said, randomize it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add this time an image response, and I'm going to add this, and now what I need to do is I need to go find an image. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up here and I'm going to find images for the on-demand, and I'm going to simply throw up something like, and I'm just going to say open that. Okay, now the third type of message type is the structured message, and so while we're at it, we might as well just go ahead and show you that. And remember, the structured message is the combination of an image and text. So the way we do this is we select our image, we're going to provide some kind of text with it, and then we're going to create an interaction with the customer. So one way to do that would be something like this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to come over here and I'm going to go something like odcgi.com. I'm going to steal that URL. I'm going to come back over to here, and I'm going to drop that right there. And what I'm going to do is something like stop by and visit. And then I'm going to come up here and I'm going to say, your on-demand computer genie. And then I'm going to choose my little image again and put that on top of it. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to save this. What do we have? We have a response when somebody comes in and says hello. We've got a response when somebody asks, what do you do here? And start thinking about, and this is where you put your imagination caps on, again, thinking about how the customer is going to interact with you. So maybe they're asking for support, and what you do is you provide a link to your help desk. Maybe they want to get some product brochures, and so you provide the link to the product brochures. So I think you're starting to get the idea of how to use this and how to get it set up. Obviously, the more you put into it, the stronger the system becomes, the more natural it becomes, and the better response you're going to get from the customer. Now, keep in mind, there's more, and that'll come in future videos. But this is the basic setup for the system. So what I'd like to do now is to give you an idea of what this is actually going to look like. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop up my phone so you can see it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into Messenger, and we're going to interact with On-Demand Computer Genie, and I'm going to be the customer, and I'm going to say hello. And we're going to see what happens. And there you go. Howdy, thanks for stopping by. And so just to test my randomized theory, I'm going to say hello again. And I'm going to hit send. Well, look at that. Hello, nice to hear from you. Well, let's try one more time. Let's press our luck. Hello. I'm going to hit send. And again, I got the howdy, thanks for stopping by. And let's do it one last time. I'm not sure how well it's going to randomize, but we'll do it. And we get, hey, nice to hear from you. So we've got howdy, we've got hello, and we've got hey. We got all three of our responses in the space of a couple of minutes. So I wasn't sure if that was going to happen or not. Okay, so now the next thing I want to do is we want to talk about, what do you do here? So I'm going to just say, let's just say something like do here, even though hopefully nobody will speak that way or text that way. I hit that in, and look at that, it still responds because it contains do here. So I don't need the entire phrase, what do you do here? I just need the do here. Now notice what it throws up. It throws up my image with the computer genie, and it throws up a thing that says stop by and visit. So if I click on that, it's a live button, and it actually takes me directly over to On-Demand Computer Genie, my website, or the website that I'm servicing. And obviously they need to do some work in terms of their, oh actually that's not too bad. So they've got computers and whatnot. But anyway, that's how it works. So now I come back over to the messaging system, and if I do that one more time, I say, what do you do here? Or they speak badly and say do here, and we see what they say. And at this time it comes up, we provide products, services, and support for the business community related to their IT needs. So I think you now see, one, how you can randomize your messages and the power of randomizing your messages in terms of making the response to the customer seem very, very natural. And you start to get some ideas about how you can go about the process of building out your system in terms of the questions your customers might be asking and the responses that you should be providing. And that's the basic setup. And so I want to thank you for participating in this video. I do have one surprise for you though, and so I'm going to save this one. And what I'm going to do is we're going to go up here to view all. And so, geez, we only have 2 items here. And as a customer, trying to get started with 2 items is kind of tough. So what we've done is we've created in the link an opportunity for you to import all of the demo data and get you a foundation for your responses to your customers. So hopefully that will give you a good solid start. It'll give you a foundation that you can go and actually take a look, see how these responses were structured, get a good concept in terms of how you might want to structure yours, and get you well on the way down the road while you're waiting for Facebook to say, congratulations, your application's approved, and you then go live with your customers on Facebook. Thank you. Have a great day, and we'll see you on video number 3 on getting approved by Facebook. Thanks a lot, guys.